Good morning, everybody.
Take exit.
Good morning.
I never realized how big your head is.
I know, what am I? All right, here we go again. We're heading to Somerset. Well, we're in Somerset already. And we're going to an estate sale for this house that actually we were there last weekend to pick up a butcher block that we bought. And a very nice antique butcher block, handmade one. The thing was massive and weighed about 300 pounds. It was really, really unique. But the owner was super nice, and she let us know that you have a yield sign.
Yeah, I saw that.
We almost got killed. Jeez. And anyways, the owner let us know that she was having an estate sale the following weekend and invited us back. When we were there, we did see a lot of really cool things that they had, like antiques and unique tools and some furniture and all that type of stuff. So it was really, really cool. But we're gonna go see what they have and see if there's maybe some furniture, some antique stuff that we can restore. Or needs a little bit of restoring, and that's it. To either use for our own home decor or to sell or to thrift or whatever. See some stuff that maybe Renee wants to thrift because she's all about the thrifting. I'm all about the restoration, and that's what we're gonna do. So it's gonna be pretty cool, I think. And I look really big in the camera, and the photographer, me, forgot that the closer you are to the lens, the bigger you look.
Wilbur Avenue.
That's right, Renee.
Right.
Turn right. It just said turn left.
It said turn left?
It said turn left.
I thought it said turn right.
Oh boy. Alright, well, that's a great start to a video.
Gardener's Neck Road.
Okay. Oh, your turn. Okay. Now we're back on track. Sure they're still having it?
I don't know how many people are going to really be at it because I didn't see any advertisement for it. It's kind of a small house,
so we might drift down here for no reason.
So right, I'll find another thrift store.
This stuff happens all the time, literally all the time.
I'll find some trash on the side of the road.
I hope this lady.
Yes.
I hope it's. They had some nice stuff. She had a gasoline torch there. The first version of the flow torches.
Feet, turn right onto Luther Avenue.
So that was a good sign. They have a lot of really cool stuff. Like that's like what, early 1900s. That was cool. So they used to heat the railroads and things and heat up metal so they could rework it during the winter up here in the Northeast.
Take the second right onto Luther Avenue. Then your destination will be on the left.
All right, we're getting here. Oh boy, look at all these people. Holy crap.
Yeah, we should have gotten here earlier.
Oh boy.
Your destination is on the left. Park right here, okay?
Okay.
Oh, how cool. They're like peanut butter mold cups. Peanut butter. Peanut butter mold.
Antique coffee grinder.
I still have to do tape trays.
Look up Mr. Silver coffee grinder.
What are we gonna do?
Walk through it one more time.
Okay.
We're gonna walk through it one more time and see what we get, right?
Okay. All right, so we're back from our little haul here. We're in the car.
It's a big haul.
It was a big haul. It was really good. We got what, furniture? What else did we get? We got some furniture, silverware.
Tons of like antique utensils.
Antique utensils. We got an antique ironing board, wood ironing board. All for $90. It was wild. Some really cool stuff. The family were collectors, and they lived
in England for 3 years.
Lived in England for 3 years, so they had a lot of really unique stuff. That was wild. That was cool. That was a lot of fun, hon. Good job. Oh, where are you going? I'm not buckled up. I'm not buckled up.
Turn right on Luther Avenue.
Oh. Is it another estate sale?
Yeah.
What?
I know.
Oh goodness. Okay. So it's 11 o'clock in the morning. That was a very quick estate sale, but we got we kind of hit gold on a lot of stuff. Very good things.
Well, we're going to a second estate sale of the day, and we've got the neurovirus. Norovirus.
So we're heading west now to Westport, Mass.
Continue for 20 miles.
Where there's an estate sale that Renee found after the second estate sale the first estate sale, sorry, that we went to, and to pick up our daughter. Yep. And along the way, because we had to actually drive the car back to unload the first trip of stuff, so that we have room for the next trip. So Westport's a pretty nice area. It's a lot of really old farmhouses all by the water, so it's hopefully get some really nice, cool stuff that's up the alley of Renee's style, or home decor style, and the stuff she sells a lot of.
Where are we going?
We're going somewhere fun, so it's gonna be cool. It'll be interesting to see.
Hey.
But now we're on we're going through Providence, Rhode Island.
Do I know where we're going?
You're digging for treasure. I see you digging for treasure.
Do you know where we're going?
We're on the open road.
All right, so we're done from the second estate sale. What do you think, Renee?
Not good. Not good.
Not good. We made the mistake of getting here much later than we should have. It was till 3 o'clock. It's now 2 o'clock. We were only there for like, what, 15 minutes?
Yeah.
Not even.
Got a nice cast iron pot.
Yeah, we got a nice cast iron pot.
That's about it.
Beautiful area, though. Westport's beautiful. And nice house, had a beautiful view of the ocean. And now we're going to go check out the beach and do all that stuff. But yeah, we got here late, so we went to the first estate sale, which was a lot better. We got there right when it opened, and got some pretty cool antiques and things that we can either restore, use for resell. We can also use a lot for home decor, that type of stuff too. So, you know, a lot of really cool things that you put some time in. But yeah, it's beautiful out here.
Hi, I'm Renee, and welcome to our New England cottage. We have gone to a couple of estate sales today and found some fabulous finds. This being one of them, but I can't talk about it because John's going to talk about it. So we kind of each found a few things that we think were pretty cool, and together we got a really good haul. So I'll start by talking about some of the things that I found at this really cool estate sale. The first one we went to, which was in Somerset, down by the ocean, really cool. We'll travel all over New England to go to different estate sales. This was the one we went to today. But to start, I found these fabulous Oneida Lasting Rose utensil set. It's stainless steel, but they're from 1968, really cool. There's an excessive number of knives, and we've got a full set, but just extra butter knives for some reason. We've got these fabulous iced tea spoons. They don't match, but they were just really cool and a really good price. We grabbed those. Got this really cool stand-up kind of vintagey mirror. It's not an antique, but it's pretty neat. We got some really nice ironstone pieces. This was an antique apothecary jar, really cool. We got this Jackson China 1940s flip top sugar dish. All those old type of, serving utensils and, wooden handle stuff. Those are pretty neat. An old rolling pin. One of my favorite finds, this giant antique ironstone slop pot, or, if you want to call it chamber pot, but it's a slop pot. Found a couple really cool antique bottles. This one is really cool. It is hand-blown early champagne bottle. A couple of them like that. These make such cute flower vases, in tight spots. We got some that say Phillips Milk of Magnesia, all these different ones. We got some really cool stoppers that are a uranium glass that John's gonna talk about. We got some really nice big old antique baskets. This was a crazy good find. It's a copper teapot. I can't remember.
William Soder and Sons from England.
That one's from England, really cool, because the people that we bought this stuff from lived in England for 3 years, so they had some really nice antiques. This is like a vintage, whether you want to call it a crumb collector or a dustpan, made in Japan, vintage, really cute. Some antique washboards.
Coffee grinder.
The coffee grinder is pretty cool. And we got this really neat ironing board. But some of my favorite finds were definitely these little bottles. They look so cute clustered together. And this fabulous ironstone slop pot. All this stuff is going to be for sale. We got this really cool table. And basically everything you see.
All right. I'm back. Talk about my finds. All right. So I got the find of the day, but we're going to hold that off for a little bit. So some of the things that I thought was really cool in this find was that, so Renee already talked about this copper coffee pot. I like really dig into historical stuff of it. So it's stamped on the bottom. It's a William Soder and Sons maker's mark. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if it's focusing. You can't get super close to the lens, but it's tough to see. But they have different types of marks, but the mark on this one has what they call a B. It's a combination of an ampersand and a B. That was one of the early signs that the early maker mark stamps that they had for this copper company out of England. So it's really old. The other thing that's really cool is how they made it. So these marks here, this is what's called a dovetail in copper work. So if you want to zoom in, I don't know if you can zoom in and see it. That's how they put the pot together. Those lines are dovetail. You can actually see it on the front too, on the spigot, I guess you would call it. But really cool find. Really a lot of history there, because that company doesn't exist anymore. I can't remember when it went out of business. But so this is always fine. I'm a tool guy. I love antique tools. This is a crosscut saw. Found this, got a great deal on it. Really great condition. Great normal patina of an antique saw, but we're talking like it's still, you could still use this. When I picked it up, I cut my hand, and the owner, I started laughing. I said, oh Jesus, the first thing I said to myself was, don't cut myself. I picked it up, I cut myself in a second, but it's really, really sturdy, and I could still use it. But it's wild that this is in this great condition. I have a lot of the antique tools and I collect them, but a lot of them are usually beat up. This one is really nice. So that was a really exciting find for me. Thought this was awesome. So then we'll get to the big find of the day, which is something wild. But we're going to show everybody. Oh, my UV light's on. All right, so I have my UV light. It is 365 nanometer wavelength. Antique glass. Everybody loves antique glass. Antique bottles, old stuff. Everybody loves these types of things. Now the thing is, some of these glass, when you're collecting glass, some of the stuff that's really, say, collectible or also highly sought after, but also kind of radioactive, is uranium glass. And how you test it is with UV light, and it will start to kind of glow green. So you can see how this one here grows green, right? That's uranium glass. And over here, this one is wild. Look at that. I don't know if you can all see that, but see how just a little bit of shining of UV light on it, how green that gets? Look at that. That's wild. And the lights are on in this room. So that I find is amazing. Now, uranium glass is it's considered safe as long as you're not drinking it. It does have little minute parts of uranium, but that's what gives it its glow. I just think that's wild. Renee freaked out when she saw that. She was like, "Oh my goodness, uranium glass." She was holding it when I did this. But yeah, pretty wild. You know, you can see a little bit. Old antique glass probably has a little bit of uranium in it. It's still green. That one's green. Normal. Maybe a little bit right here. Actually, it might have been whatever was in there.
Haven't even cleaned this stuff yet.
Yeah. Oh. This looks like it actually was like makeup. So it could have been actually the makeup that had uranium in it, because that was a product way back. There's a famous book called Uranium Girls where they used, or Radium Girls, where they actually paint radioactive material into makeup and things. So that's what would be used. So that's probably what that is. That's pretty crazy. When you got the ironstone, I always think it's really cool to put UV on ironstone. You can see how that comes out and almost looks like the starry sky. Makes me think of like the Van Gogh thing, the starry sky painting. That's pretty cool. So that was a cool find, this lot pot. But I'll shut this off because my UV light is dangerous to your eyes. The coolest find of the day. Can you see it?
Yeah, but the cat was looking at it too.
Ah, the cat's looking at it. This was by far the most unexpected find of the day, and wins, I think, probably the find of maybe the month or year. So this is, I picked it up, I'm like, wow, this is weird. I'm like, this looks like bone, and didn't know what type of bone, but got a great deal on it, and it's actually, Renee's filming it. Very cool, right? So what this is, at first I was thinking, is this ivory? Is this elephant tusk? Is it walrus? Some type of bone, right? Now the thing is, we found it in Somerset, Mass, which is pretty adjacent to New Bedford, Massachusetts, which is one of the whaling, it's called the whaling city, but was one of the hubs of whaling in the United States back in the day when whaling was a big thing. This is mid-1800s whaling ivory cane, or walking stick. It's all ivory, so whale ivory, so it's whale bone. It's hand carved, hand polished, but it was commonly made by sailors that were on whaling ships. Now the thing is, they're not common at all anymore, obviously because whaling has been outlawed in the United States, I believe, since the 70s. And worldwide too, I believe it was the 70s. But pretty rare find, beautiful piece, really unique antique. Definitely collectible. So we got a great deal on this, but this is something that's amazing what we found. So that was pretty cool, and a lot of history with that as well. So got a lot of really cool stuff here that we found in 6 hours worth of 2 estate sales.
So everything in our New England cottage we sell. So if there's
What the heck was that?
I don't know.
A New England cottage.
Our New England cottage. Everything in our New England cottage we sell. So if you see something, even in the background, don't hesitate to reach out. We ship, we sell everything, and we're going to answer any questions you have to the best of our ability. We try to get authentic, real antiques, or at least vintage items. Nothing that is reproduction or newer. We try to do all the older stuff, and yeah, and we hope you enjoy our video.